All right, Shalom. This is Jacob.
Shalom. Shalom.
I
Shalom.
got I got Kalab right here, the Sharapua and Anna from GMS Dallas Camp. First off, I want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Bahasham,
Lashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Hakim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, keeping his word in truth and sincerity. Yeah, we're just gonna go into a topic, quick, nothing too deep. That precept to bring him out. Just going through how the second Ezra chapter 8. Ezra was inquiring about the 2/3, pretty much. Asking him what's going to happen to them. Here, I'll tell you real quick. Just to get started.
Want me to read it for you, brother?
Oh, you got to go ahead.
You talk about 8 and 55, or you want me to start up some?
Yeah. You start at 8:55. Just get to the point.
Okay. This is second Ezra chapter 8, verse 55. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish.
Yeah, man. Man, don't ask no more about these people, man. I already told you,
Okay.
right? I already told you what's going to happen, right? Go ahead.
Okay. And for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, they scorned of His law, and forsook His ways.
Yeah, man. How many times has Israel done that? How many chances have they done?
Okay.
We got, and there's other books, Nehemiah. There's so many chances that the Most High gave them. It even said in the scriptures, and again Israel, took away the Most High, roughly paraphrasing, and how many times that you can read how many times that I said that, and again Israel did this, again Israel did that,
Right.
They took that liberty, man. Like we were talking earlier. They were premeditating on sin. Already having their sacrifices ready. Even today. They already got. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to the club and do this and that. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to church and I'll ask for forgiveness to Jesus and I'm good.
Right. That's how they do, man. Like they take it, like you said, they have already in their mind what they premeditate to do. Then they like, well, I'm gonna do this for 4 days. On the 5th day, I'm gonna go and repent. You know what I'm saying? Get my stuff together before before Sunday. So on Sunday, I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Come Monday, of course, I'm back doing the same thing.
These are just small examples why the Most High was like, man, just don't ask me no more about these people, man.
Right.
Hey, if I could, I would like to go into that Psalm 14 too.
Okay, go ahead.
You want me to read it for you, brother?
Says, Yahweh, this is Psalm chapter 14, verse 2. It says, Yahweh will look down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek Yahweh. Right? And 3, it says, they were all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Not one.
Yeah, it said not one. Oh, go ahead, sir. Select.
Oh, well, I mean, I just want to, so whenever you how about Shimon Hawashai, whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, is looking down upon the men, of the earth. Mainly the nation of Yasharala. He's looking to see who is upright. And back then he couldn't find it. Now he sees, that there are men sprouting up all around the world, calling themselves by the name of Yasharala, standing up for his name. Go ahead,
No, I was just going to say, Khan, yeah, that's right, man, because at this time, man, you ain't really going to find nobody that's going to be like, hey, Lord, can you please just show mercy? You know what I'm saying? Back in the Old Testament, you have Moses. You know, the Most High was like ready to kill Israel. He's like, you know what? I'm about to destroy these people, man. I'm about to just get rid of these people, man. And then Moses, you know, he appeased them. You know, so you remember what that. I'm pretty sure y'all brothers know which one I'm talking about. You know, it's like, oh Lord, and the Most High was like, okay, you know, but hey, look, I'm gonna bring this one out because you know this is the time we're in right now, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth, man. So he's like, man, even if you had Moses and Samuel, you know, telling, you know, pretty much, you know, trying to plead Israel's cause, so to speak, you know, I'm still going, you know, my mind's not going to be set towards these people. You know, get rid of them. You know, that's the time we're in. You know, the most we ain't here to take the 2/3, man. We here to save the elect. You know, the elect and the 1/3.
God.
You know, it ain't time to be thinking like, oh, you know what, maybe there's a chance. You know, if we really try, we can say no. No, there ain't no salvation for these people, man. If you see all the wickedness going on today, man, then you know these people are too far gone to try to save these people.
Slap. Okay. Yeah, they're Israel, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, especially our people, man. We have taken on the philosophies and wickedness of every other nation out there, man. You know, so of course, you know what I'm saying, the Most High is gonna punish us worse, you know? You know what I'm saying? Because we are his people, man. You know what I'm saying? We had the laws. We had the law, statutes, commandments to go by, man. He didn't give those laws to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And we said F it, you know? And that's why we're gonna get that ass whooping, man. Of course we're gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? But 2/3 of our people are hella wicked, man. And they need that destruction, man.
Oh yeah, the Most High's already got it in his mind what he's gonna do, man. Like everything's already set up. You know, like here, I'll read this last verse on this one, and if anybody else want to bring something up. Right, this is verse 2. It shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, you know, like, what are we gonna do? You know, this is what you're gonna tell them. Thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are to the famine, and such as are from captivity to captivity, man. So you can't save these people, man. They're set to, you know, for those who are set for the sword are set for the sword, man, and to death.
Yeah.
Up there, you know, if they ain't gonna get this, you know, they ain't never gonna get this word, then shit, they sit for that death, man. That's something that you're gonna have to understand.
And just like Kalab said, you know, just as Israel is going out there trying to be like all these other nations are trying to be like Israel. All right, so it's just a continual, you know, crap, you know. So it's just going to continue to grow and fester until Yahweh Shem Yahushai comes and has to do away with everything.
God. Hey, I got a precept landbacking off of what brothers are talking about. If you go to the previous chapter in Jeremiah chapter 14, and you start at verse 10, it says, "Thus saith Yahweh unto this people, thus they have loved to wander, they have not refrained from their feet. Therefore Yahweh doeth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins." Because, like you were going into, Kalab, you know, our people, man, we went after the ways of these other nations. Okay, the nations that were round about us, which Yahweh commanded us not to do. All right, so verse 11, it says, "Then said Yahweh unto me, pray not for this people for their good," which is why we don't pray for you know, everybody would, you know, say pray for me, you know, because a lot of them are demons, man. You know, the scriptures say when thou doest good, know to whom thou doest it in the Apocrypha, man. And basically, the reason why the Lord, you would think, you know, that it's cool to pray for everybody, but the reason why the Lord told Jeremiah not to pray for our people, is because they don't deserve, to be delivered, man, on this side. Okay, they have to experience certain tribulations, okay, and then come back through reincarnation. You see?
That's right, Akia.
Hey, I got a precept from
Beautiful.
Salakia.
Go ahead, bro.
I got a precept for Anan's precept. This is Exodus chapter 32. I'm going to start at verse 9. It said, "And Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people." I'm going to go to 10. It says, "Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath wax hot against them, and may consume them, and I will make of them a great nation.
And I will make of thee a great nation."
Salakia. And I will make thee a great nation. So this is what Yahweh was talking about. I mean, whenever.
Yeah, you're right. That's the one I was talking about.
Yahweh was just talking about this, how the Most High went to do away with the whole nation of Israel and set forth a line through Moses. And why the hell about Shemiel didn't? Because Moses, went and talked, and supped with Yahweh Shemiel on behalf of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we were the apple of his eye, and just like they got that old saying that one apple spoils a bunch. So at the time, the Most High wanted to do away with the whole nation, man. Like I said, it set forth a new line through Moses. Like he was like, man, just throw the whole damn barrel or whatever you got it. Just throw it away. We're gonna start over,
Hey, I got a precept going into what you talking about, Kalab. This is Galatians chapter 5, and it says 5 and 9. It says, "A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump." And now that's a short verse, but that's basically going into a little wickedness, a little lying, a little stealing, can really poison the whole body, man. Like, for example, if you being a thief, okay, and you're amongst the body, or you're being a liar and you're amongst the body, you're putting a wicked vibration on those men who have been set up to preach the Bible, man. You see, and you're letting them a lot more susceptible to demons because you around them and spreading your demons, man. Which is why we have to, we gotta continue to be, what's the word? Strive for perfection,
Mortify those members, man. Like that's what we got to do all the time. Like you said, we got to strive for perfection. With every, waking breath, bro. You can't stop because, like you said, one slip up, within yourself, you'll be like, oh, it's not that bad, But like you said, you'll be in the body, and next thing you know, like the foot gets amputated, and that foot the amputation part of that, it can spread to the leg and spread to the knee. It's going up and it can kill the body, man. So you can't just, just because you feel like it's small and I can deal with it on my own, that doesn't mean the whole body can't get affected, man.
Like a gangrene. Gangrene. If that finger goes bad, then watch out because your whole hand can go. All right,
that was a good point, Anna.
Yeah, calm, brother. That's why Yahweh Shai said, "Beware the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, man." You know what I'm saying? But look, I got the word in the Hebrew. I'm sorry, Salak. In the Greek, it's Strong's G2219, Zuma or Zume, which means leaven, but also metaphorically, it means of inveterate. Am I saying that right? Inveterate mental and moral corruption.
Ooh,
you see,
man.
viewed in its tendency to infect others. You see?
Wow.
So like you know how leaven it ferments within the what's it called, the dough, and boils up. Well, it's like a festering disease. You know, it can be like a festering disease to the body. You know, because it says infect. It can infect others and mentally and morally corrupt them. You know.
Man.
You want leaven in the Hebrew?
Yeah, if it edifies, you know.
Leaven. Type it in real quick. I don't think that's the right word.
While you find that, I got a verse real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 1. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now, and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, if there be any that execute judgment, that seeketh the truth and will pardon it, man. You know, which is what we do. That's what we do out hours and hours, man. We're out there seeking the streets of Jerusalem, man. Seeing if there's anybody.
That's right.
You know, that seek the judgment and seek truth.
God.
Verse 2. And though they say the Lord liveth, surely they swear falsely, man. You know, you got guys out there that be like, yeah, man, God bless y'all. Yeah, I believe in God, and all praises to God and Jesus and all this. You know, they swear falsely. They swear falsely. You know, they ain't down to get down. They ain't down to be out there like we are. You know, they ain't down to read the scriptures, be diligent in the street. You know?
That's true.
Yeah. Can I say something, Claude?
No, I'm saying that's true. You know, like you said, we out there because we feel like, you know, that this is true. And, you know, like you said, they just come by and they, oh yeah, you know, that's good. You know, y'all out here and all this. But like you said, if we ask you to come back out here next week, you probably not show up. You know what I'm saying? If we ask you to come out here Tuesday and Friday, you might not be here, bro. So yeah, don't sit here and just like, oh yeah, you know, I big y'all up. You know, like I said, the brothers do that. Like I said in the scriptures, don't give them Godspeed either. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like they can say that, you know, hey, you know, God bless y'all, man. You know, but you don't have to say it back, man. You know, like just let them go. Because like I said, if you ask them to be there next week or another day, they won't show up. Man.
God.
Yeah. I got a little more on this. Verse 3. O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they are not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. You have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return, man. Yeah, man. The Most High has punished Israel, stricken them, put them into slavery. You know?
Hey, let me see if I got the right word. Could you read the precept again?
You want me to go back to 11?
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second. What was that? Galatians 5? Alright, Galatians 5 and 9. Okay, so leaven in the Greek is Strong's G2219, which the second definition is metaphorically of inveterate mental and moral corruption, viewed in its tendency to infect others.
Oh, that's unleavened.
No, that's the word leaven. That's the word leaven, because it says,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
5 and 6.
All right. This is H6999. It's Qatar to sacrifice, burn incense, burn sacrifices, make sacrifice smoke.
Is that
to make sacrifice smoke, put the smoke, to burn. Leaven, you have to cut it out. I mean, or not, leaven the whole lump. So therefore, if it's leavened bread, and you're not supposed to eat leavened bread on that day, you must, burn. You must toss it out your house, right? Like on the Salaki. On the not Passover, but on the I'm getting my days mixed up.
No, you talking about the Passover when you eat the lamb and you're not supposed to keep it. You're not supposed to keep it after a certain like 24 hours or the next day or the day after that. That's the feast of unleavened bread. What you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, feast of unleavened bread.
Mm-hmm.
The water.
Yeah, man. But basically, a little leaven at the whole lump. Basically saying a little wickedness, man, can poison the entire body, man. Like for example, when you had a wicked king in Israel, let's just use what is his name? Ahab. Ahab. He did more wicked than all of his fathers, man. When he was set up as king, he basically set up idols. He worshipped and sacrificed in high places, man, and he caused the entire nation of Israel to go off. You see, and so he ended up paying for that, man. He ended up paying dearly, which is a perfect example of a little leaveneth the whole lump.
Like it says in First Corinthians, man. If I'm not mistaken, like chapter 5, they ask you to purge out that old leaven, man.
Yeah,
you have to let that go. So, like you said, because you don't want, like within the body, you don't want that wickedness you did to spread throughout the whole body, man. So purge out what you have, man.
Okay, so that's what that means.
Yeah, that's First Corinthians chapter 5 and 7. It says, "Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be as a new lump, as ye are unleavened." You see that? So when you're unleavened, you don't have any perverseness, you don't have any wickedness in you. You see? Right. You don't have any pride in you to raise yourself up against the Most High. It says, "For even Hamashiach is our Passover." I'm sorry, even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. See, that's the you got the feast day right, brother. In verse 8, it says, "Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness." You see?
There you go.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. You see? And what does the scripture say? They that worship the Most High must worship Him in spirit and in truth. You see?
So why do you have Hashem outside?
That's right. So, did you want me to finish on that second Esdras, or that was it?
Go ahead. What verse were you in? Did you just read 55?
I read 55 and 56.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Actually, yeah, there's more to it.
Okay, second Esdras chapter 8, verse 57. "Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness, and they said in their hearts that there is no God. Yea, and that knowing that they must die."
Yeah, man, ain't that Israel today, man? No, that's not Israelite. That's there's many examples we can give.
Yeah, many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8.
You got a piece of
I'm gonna go to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8.
Okay.
It says Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." It says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as gold." So like it, "And I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power.
Yeah, man, going into
You know,
man, they're gonna be trying to refine. You know, that 1/3.
God.
yeah, that one, but that 2/3 gonna have to take that L. You got to take that L and be brought back through the loins of the 1/3,
God.
and the 144,000.
Yeah,
You know?
kind of. That's like it.
And wouldn't that be wonderful if your father was one of the 144,000? That would be a joy, especially in the kingdom. Hey, why do you have about Shimei Shai?
Yeah, man. Shit, Kalab, if you want to keep reading on that, man, that'll prove that point. You know.
Oh, sorry if I want.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you good, huh? Verse 59. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught.
You know, it wasn't supposed to be like this. You know, it wasn't just
Right.
like, man, you're just gonna be destroyed. You know, like you know what I'm saying? But hey, look, like it says in the next verse. Go ahead.
Verse 60. But they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them.
Yeah, man. The Most High created this. You know, gave you the world, gave us the earth. You know, He set up the universe for us. You know, the stars and everything. You know, and after all that, man, we were still unthankful. You know, you just gotta really think about that, man. Like the Most High created everything for us, and we took that shit for granted, or not. It's like not that shit, but we took His creation for granted. You know, and
That's right.
you know, and twisted it. You know, we can swing to the left hand. You know, we start worshiping other idols. You know,
And just look where we are right now. You know, look at the nation of Israel as it is today. You know, going through all that, all that folly. You know, they chose to go through that. You know, then Yahweh Shimei Shai chose to curse them.
Hey, Bob, you know, if you want to read that next verse.
Yeah, come, definitely. Verse 61. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things I have not showed unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee.
Right, go ahead.
Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times. But at what time thou hast not shown me?
Yeah, you know, like I said, man. You know, I have not shewed all these things unto thee, or not unto everybody, pretty much, but unto thee and men like thee.
Okay.
You know, like this understanding.
Hey,
yeah.
Rocket.
No, you're good.
Hey, I was just going to go into just like Ezra. You know, whenever the Most High showed Ezra everything, you know, Ezra was like, man, where am I going to be in this? You know, because the Most High, you know, gave him, everything that he wanted in dreams and in vision, and Salaki, and Yahweh Shemel Shai, you know, was like, okay, here's the wisdom and knowledge, you know. Now Ezra was like, what's going to happen to me now? How am I going to make it through this? Going into what Kalab is reading. Could you read that again, Kalab?
Verse 62. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 62. These things I have showed unto all. I have not showed unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee. Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of wonders, which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed me.
On, man, like in the last times, or in the last days, man, and that's where we're in right now, man.
Man.
And it's time to be worried about the 2/3.
God.
Right now, what's going into, man? You know, the little living this lump. You know, we can't. You know, you gotta. We have a infection in the body, man. You gotta take it out.
That's right.
You ain't no time to try and heal that. You know, and there's been a lot of brothers, or not brothers now, but a lot of guys have been taken out of the camp. Because they were a big infection to the body, man.
That's why
this is the time. Go ahead.
I wanted to get that Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 10.
All right, Ecclesiastes 7 and 10. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 10. It says, "Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou doest not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun."
Wisdom is good to them that has an inheritance. All right, and who has the inheritance? The nation of Israel. But see, the nation of Israel went through a long period of time where they didn't have any wisdom. They did not seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai as the script, as Talab started in 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 55. And it just links up so well, with that 62 also, because Israel went completely off. They only had certain men, set up to receive, the word from Yahweh Shem Yahushai through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, I just wanted to bring that out because back in the day, Israel was still the same as today. It has not changed, except for now, he is rising us up, starting with the LGMS, so it is that time, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has set this up perfectly that this is that time, So,
if anybody else got anything, all I had, unless somebody else came out.
Khan, yeah, I had one if I may, if we got a little time. This is when Yahushua made himself known unto the disciples again, and I believe they were fishing, and the Sea of Galilee. And if you scroll down if you go down to the 20th verse in John chapter 21. John chapter 21 and 20, it says, "Then Peter, turning about, seeth the disciple whom Yahushua loved following, which also leaned on his breast at supper, and said, Lord, let me read that again. Which also leaned on his breast at supper, and said, Lord, which is he that betrayeth thee? Peter, seeing him, saith to Yahushua, Lord, and what shall this man do?" Because Peter was seeing, I believe it was John, leaning on the breast of Yahushua, leaning on his chest, right? And Peter was asking Yahushua, like, what is this man gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Is he also one that's gonna betray you, just like how Judas Iscariot did? And see what Yahushua said to him in verse 22. Yahushua saith unto him, If I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee? Follow thou me. Basically telling Yahushua told Peter, like, what's it to you if he betrays me or not? That's between me and him. All right, but what our duty is to individual duty is to do is to follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is why he said, what is that to thee? Because you got to remember when Yahushua said that he must be killed and offered up, and men were going to kill him. Peter rebuked Yahushua, and then Yahushua rebuked Peter. Saying, "Get behind me, Satan," because he knew that Peter wanted Yahushua to stay on the earth. You know what I'm saying? He said, ain't nobody gonna touch you. Salak, did a brother have something to say?
No, I was just agreeing, brother.
Yeah. He knew that I'm sorry, Peter was saying, now we're not gonna let nobody touch you, man. All right, but Yahushua, he already knew what the deal was, And so if anybody's gonna betray Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that's between the Lord and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we now don't get me wrong, if the opportunity comes to where something needs to be said, you know what I'm saying? In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, a thing is established, but you're not supposed to go out of your way to try to uncover and dig up any little, you're not. Our goal isn't to play detective per se, as far as just because we disagree with the way a man, does certain things outside of the body, Now, like I said, if he's being wicked, then that's a whole nother story. But if you just see a man laying, being in the body, you're not supposed to say, I wonder if the Lord going kick him out. I wonder if he gonna fall out. I wonder this and that. We supposed to focus on what we got. We need to be thinking, damn, how about Shemi Ashab keep me in the truth? Psalm 51 and 11. You know what I'm saying? So that was the point.
That was a beautiful point, though, man. That was a good point. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't worry about what the next man. Like if you're sitting there doing that, the Bible, the scriptures tell us to uplift a brother. You know what I'm saying? If you see a brother doing something wicked, you should be like, man, Most High gonna judge him for that, huh? You should be rebuke that brother and tell him, hey, man, keep pushing, man. Don't think in the back of your mind that the Most High should judge him, because you might get that judgment, man.
Con. Just like if a righteous man and a wicked man, and the Most High comes to judge the wicked man, and the righteous man is there, he's going to get the same judgment that he got because he was in, the same place. Hey, it happens. But Yaquab. Like how it's going out.
Yeah, I think his screen froze a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking the screen froze.
Yeah, God. Hey, but man, look, did brothers have any other precepts?
No, I don't.
No, I don't have anything else.
God. Hey, well, I believe the point was made, man. Basically just pay attention, seek out your own salvation. You know what I'm saying? Don't.
Do you want to pull that real quick?
What's that? Philemon.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 12.
God.
Philippians. I think it's Philippians.
Yeah, Philippians chapter 2 verse 12. It says, it says, well, that's pretty much it right there. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my present only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. We're not really supposed to be worrying about another man's salvation. We're supposed to work out our own salvation. You see?
Yeah, son. That's why it says in 2 Timothy's chapter, Slakia is leading my head. It's leaving my mind right now. I think it's 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 5. Where it says to study to show thyself approved. Right? It's not saying to show your brother approved. Because your brother, even though that's your brother, he has to deal with his own salvation also. That's right. Yeah. Yaquab out. All right.
His laptop died.
Oh, huh. He was recording.
I'm recording too.
You still recording now?
No, it stopped because the laptop turned off.
No, it's all good, brother. I'm still recording.
Oh. All right, come on, Salaki. But yeah, that's why it says, you got it, right?
Yeah, this is 2 Timothy 2 and 15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of the Most High.
So you're toiling, but that links up with that Philippians chapter 2 verse 12. You're toiling to be edified and to edify, but you're seeking, read that Philippians 2:12 again. I like it.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Salakia. So not just having the teacher always there, so you can do it right, but even though the teacher's gone, you're still going to exercise, that which you have learned, and as you're exercising, you're rightly dividing the word of truth. All right, so that's only through the strength and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that will occur. All right, and that's why the beginning of the lesson was started in Second Ezra chapter 8 verse 55. Going in how basically put off the Most High because they wanted to they wanted to continue in their folly. And hey, the Most High looked down upon that, but he had risen up, some men to go out there and preach the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and prophesy to the masses.
That's right.
Hey, any other brother got anything else?
That's it, brother.
Good.
All right. Now with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahushai.
Yahweh. Double honor to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers out there teaching, on the four corners. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.